'Cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me, calling me. Calling me royalty. Best to give me loyalty. 'Cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me, calling me. They'll be calling me royalty.
Alrighty guys, welcome back to another video today. Beautiful autumn day here in West Sussex. Bam. And as you can tell guys, we're about to get a cold start in, so stay tuned if you want to hear what the Abarth 595 Turismo sounds like. I'm about to show you. Guys, it's very loud. It's just always that initial cold start, as you guys know already. In case you guys are wondering what was holding my camera up, I do have a proper tripod for those of you who are wondering. I just used the shoe because it was easier to get out, but hey, if it works, it works. If the shoe fits. Let's see if we can hear that metal clang again. The audio is going to drop shortly. When it does drop. Please excuse the dirty interior there guys, but for those of you who don't have these, previous owner put this on the car. Very cool for night time. I'll try to get some footage later of it, but it lights up for you at the doorstep. I do have my own lighting I've put in here guys. There is a link on my page to find these lights from Amazon, the shoe. But yes guys, you can get some nice interior lighting. The way I've done it is I've actually run it inside here, so underneath, because these cars are quite cheap on the inside. Ironically, you can just run the cabling. You can't see anything because I've tucked it all inside there, and then I took this grill off. But anyways, as you can see there, the lighting, you can change color. It's very cool for night time. And also, this is the housing unit for it. It is double-sided tape stuck on there, sort of, and then you plug it into your USB or this thing if you've got one of these or need one of these. But yes, please excuse the mess in my car guys. It's not prim and proper all the time, as you guys know, especially in this country with leaves and rubbish and all that sort of stuff. This weather is very hard to keep the car clean, both inside and out. But guys, what is it like to own an Abarth 595 Turismo 2018 model, 165 horsepower, maybe 170? I'd like to think anyways. Let's find out. So we have a slightly different angle going on here today with the camera. As you could probably tell, usually it's hoisted up in the very corner of my windscreen. I'm changing it just because I feel like it might be a slightly nicer angle. The only trouble is, because it's attached to my passenger window, I cannot actually drop the window down except for this side. So I will be dropping this side so we can get some sounds coming through. But guys, I'm literally doing a very short drive just to Tesco, get some groceries, and then we'll open her up a little bit more on the way home. This thing never explodes on me, but now because I'm in my car, of course it's going to go everywhere, isn't it? Life just has a funny way of working sometimes, eh?
was just actually speaking to James. For those of you who've watched the video, James is the owner of the R8, and that video is on my channel. But I was just speaking to him in the gym now, and we were just saying it's funny how the Abarth sound, like, you know, I was saying to him, you could literally, there's so many 1.4 engine cars that you can literally slap a pipe on, an exhaust pipe, and it would just never sound the same. Even the Abarths from factory, how they sound, it's just such a unique sound for a 1.4 engine car, which is one of the biggest reasons, guys, why I actually got one of these cars in the first place. This is my second Abarth. I had a black Abarth, or an Abarth 500 shall I say, 2015 model, and then after the 2015 model I bought myself an Audi TTS 2009. Very, very nice car, very sturdy, very strong in many ways. But the only issue with that, guys, is the clutch brake and the flywheel. That set me back a good £3,000. 3,000 pounds. I'm not sure what that is in euros, but you can do some homework. It was very expensive. Very. And that was actually the main reason why I bought this car. When I had a TT, I was thinking to myself, why on earth do I have a car that is so expensive? You don't think about these things, or you don't think about your clutch braking in your Audi TTS at 65,000 miles. That's still very, very like early on in its life to do something like that. I don't know if it's because I was predominantly town driving, which they're not necessarily built for. I don't know. But it's always in those moments where you're like, I wish I had an Abarth, because they are so cheap in comparison to the bigger brands for the horsepower that you get, for the that I just spit, for the horsepower that you get from them, for the fun aspect that you get from them. Like, yeah. Anyways, I've said this all before in previous videos, but yeah, just in comparison, guys, obviously they are quite pricey nowadays, the Abarths, and I don't think they need to be that expensive, like 12, 13, 14, 15k, 20 grand for like brand new ones, 695s. They are a lot of money, but it's also the long game, isn't it? It's when you think of, you think of it and you're like, do I want to be spending hundreds and thousands of pounds just doing like a simple brake maintenance with like a BMW, for example? That's all these sort of questions, guys, you need to ask yourself when you're buying a car. I guess is what can you afford, And yeah, for me, I did not want to spend all of my money on a car. Like, I love cars. Ooh, that was nearly a curb. Another reason why you should buy an Abarth 505, they are so easy to park everywhere. Time to get some groceries, guys. See you soon. Alrighty, guys, food shop is done. Cold start's about to commence, and we are going home for the day to compile this video and to hopefully publish it tonight. Alrighty, guys, we are ready to go. Sport mode is activated. Nachi peels are on the seat. Let's see what we can do. Oh, definitely catfish cars with how they sound. Also, guys, for those of you who do own Abarths, what is your take on this whole EV electric 500, 95? They look beautiful. If you've seen the cars, they look stunning. And the design, they've really gone to town with it. And the interior, they've gone to town. But I want to know your guys' take on the electric Abarth. Got some pulls coming up, guys. Gear 3, Garrett Turbo, 3, 2, 1, foot flat. turbo and turbos in general, you've got to catch them at the right time when you're spooling it, when you're throwing each one. Right. Some back crackle there. And some hard brakes. Of course they're going to be coming around. Why wouldn't they? Just to stop us. Okay, gear 1. We're in 2. We've got an electric behind us. 3. Foot flat. 4. And 5. Speed limits. Now we tap off. I'm not sure if you guys can hear that. I'm going to try and spool a little bit. Gear 4. Just bottom end. Gear 3, we're going to try get some turbo. Or exhaust, sorry. One of my neighbors. He has the JCW. For those of you who don't know what the JCW is, you'll know what the other name is. It's a Mini Cooper, yes. 2 litre strong cars. They are very nice. And his sounds lovely. It's just a turbo spool, just whistles. We are approaching the private parking lot of Sprocket Abarth. One thing I absolutely love about these cars, when you put them in sport mode, the steering wheel becomes so much heavier, which is nice because, like I said in one of my other videos, sometimes you put cars into sport mode, nothing really happens either. But it's nice when you put something into sport mode and things change. Obviously more designed for sports racing. Alrighty guys, that is a pretty quick video today. Thank you so much for watching. Another reason why you should buy an Abarth 595 or 695, even better. They're a little bit more sporty, a little bit more built for performance. A lot of them come with Brembo brakes. Anyways guys, that is all from me today. You guys will see me soon. Stay tuned, stay locked in. Make sure to hit a like, a subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.